of them? That's going to be the great date palm tree that is with the Prophet ﷺ في الدنيا والآخرة, hadith mutawatir. And when he denies it, exits the fold of religion, that one supreme date palm tree that began to cry and cry and cry and cry when the Prophet left the date palm tree. Only a few footsteps away, when this beautiful woman from the Ansar had built the Prophet a minbar, a 3-step minbar, and the Prophet ﷺ placed it there. This was the first day he was going to step on the minbar. And then as he moves towards the minbar, people can hear crying inside of the masjid. And he turns, and it's the date palm tree that is crying. And look at the Messenger of Allah ﷺ, rahmah lil kul, mercy to all creation, the entire world. He takes the date palm tree and begins to caress and stroke the date palm tree. Look at the tenderness, look at the care. But وَبِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ رَءُوفٌ رَحِيمٌ sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. In the believers, he's compassionate, he's mercy. This is a believer, date palm tree. It's crying due to mufaraqah, due to the fact that the Blessed Prophet is leaving its side. He used to lean on it when he gave the khutbah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and that movement away caused deep pain inside of the date palm tree. Believe that. Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala used to say to the tabi'een, he used to say, a date palm tree cried over the Prophet ﷺ, wa antum. And what about you? Abu Hurairah would say, radiallahu ta'ala anhu wa arda. Cry. The Prophet begins to speak to the date palm tree, and then the date palm tree falls silent. And the Prophet ﷺ informs the Sahaba, I asked the date palm tree, the choice is yours. I can remain with you in the world, but you will forgo the next world. Or you let me go to the actual minbar, and you will be with me in the other world, and you will be tree from which the people of paradise take fruit. The choice is yours. Look what the date palm tree chose. And anybody who's attached to the Prophet ﷺ couldn't care less about the dunya. So he chooses the other world, and eternality with the Messenger of Allah, and being a source of substance for believers in paradise. He chooses the next world. Shuf, al-ibra. Think about that. Chooses the next world. But look, the one who chooses the next world gets the best of both worlds. So the Prophet ﷺ commanded for the date palm tree. He couldn't live in the world without the Messenger of Allah. Bring it down. Couldn't live. Bring the date palm tree down and bury it beneath the minbar. Sure. So we get the best of both worlds. The blessed feet of the Prophet ﷺ is over the date palm tree inside of the world. And in the next world, mashallah, tabarakallah. And in the barzakh, look how close he is. He's on one side of Rawda min Riyad al-Jannah, and the Prophet ﷺ on the other side. Look at the beauty. Just for choosing the other world, the date palm tree. Because of his hanan, his love, his care for the Messenger of Allah, look what he gets. The best of dunya, best of barzakh, best of the akhirah. وَأَنْتُمْ, and as for yourselves. وَنَحْنْ, and as for us. Hey, we've got to reevaluate our relationship with the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Reevaluate it. So the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam issued the order with regards to the graves of the idolaters, so they were exhumed, and then the dilapidated buildings were leveled, and the date palm trees chopped down. They thereby lined up the date palm trees facing the direction of the house. Okay, this being what? The Kaaba in and of itself. They began to hold rocks in their arms, transporting the rocks, singing with the Prophet ﷺ alongside them. There is no good save the good of the hereafter. So forgive. So forgive the helpers and the migrants. Allahumma ghfir al-ansar wal-muhajira. La aisha illa aisha al-akhirah. Allahumma ghfir al-ansar wal-muhajira. Okay, the tradition. On the authority of Nafi', on the authority of Abdullah ibn Umar, who said, verily during the lifetime of the Messenger of God ﷺ, the mosque was built using adobe bricks, mud bricks. The roof was made from date palm branches, and its pillars were from wood. Abu Bakr never changes the structure at all. It's what the mosque was made out of. Umar radiallahu ta'ala slightly altered it, rebuilding its structure in accordance with how it was during the lifetime of the Prophet ﷺ, using adobe bricks and date palm branches, and once again using wooden pillars, just like in the time of the Messenger. Maybe illusion that it had been destroyed, part of it, due to the elements. So he rebuilt it, reconstructed it. And also what we do know that Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab added to the mosque was suruj, lights. Okay, torches. He put torches in the mosque. The first time the mosque was ever lit was in the time of Umar ibn Khattab. Time of the Messenger, no lights by night. And that's why whom the munafiqun, when the Prophet in al-Bukhari tells us, Ash-Shadhili salah, the most difficult salah, prayer upon the hypocrites, is Fajr and Isha. Why? Pitch black. Okay, on certain nights when the munafiqun could just not turn up. Nobody would see them, that's what they thought. Nobody would know if we're here or not. You couldn't be seen at the time of the Messenger due to intense darkness. Okay? Time of Abu Bakr the same, Umar ibn Khattab, la. And from the bid'ah of Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab, that he brings lights into the mosque. That's a good bid'ah, what do you reckon? I'm with you. That's a good bid'ah. Ni'ma bid'atu hadi, as Umar would say. What a beautiful bid'ah is this. That's the statement of Umar with regards to Taraweeh. And no doubt it applies to what the suruj, to these lanterns that he placed inside of the masjid. Sayyidina Uthman ibn Affan, Uthman's beautiful, altered it, making several significant adjustments to it. He built the walls using carved stone and plaster, and he used carved stone pillars and an ebony roof. It undergoes a radical change with Sayyidina Uthman ibn Affan. Sayyidina Uthman ibn Affan is the one who brings in a lot of stuff brand new. But he's got the maqam, he's got the rank, he can do that. And in traditions, he calls the Prophet ﷺ, you know what he calls the Prophet ﷺ? My companion. Okay, Uthman would call sahibi. You call the Prophet my companion, that's rank. When you can do that. And the Prophet ﷺ was shy of Uthman. And Abu Bakr would be there, he'd be relaxed, Umar would be there, he'd be relaxed. Uthman would walk in, he'd straighten himself up, ﷺ, get all proper. And they would ask, what? Ya Rasulullah, why do you do that? And the Prophet ﷺ would say, a person who angels are shy of. And the angels are shy of Sayyidina Uthman ibn Affan, radiallahu ta'ala anhu wa arda. Okay? That's Sayyidina Uthman. Uthman is the first one to introduce the sandal, you know the sandal, the one in the sandal. The one thong, that's Uthman. Before that, Abu Bakr, Umar, all of them two thongs, like the sandal of the Prophet ﷺ. So Uthman brings in a lot of stuff. Uthman, sahib al-Quran. Uthman, sahib of 2 adhans. A lot of things Sayyidina Uthman radiallahu ta'ala an brings into the ummah. That's really important for us. You see, when we have the bid'ah brigade, you see, everything that moves, sayhatun alayhim. You see, some type of aberration from the time of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And people mefahimu. They haven't understood religion. Haven't understood religion. Khalafu. They've gone against what the people have said with Senate transmission to this day of ours. On the authority of Abdullah ibn Abbas, indeed you will adorn it just as it was adorned by the Jews and the Christians. And I was speaking about the end of time, saying Abdullah ibn Abbas, that you will adorn it. He's not speaking from his own words. It's like the hukm al-rafa'. It's in al-Bukhari like hukm al-rafa'. He's speaking about future events that no doubt was conveyed to him by the Prophet ﷺ. That's the nature of future events. That although it's a Sahaba who utters them, we understand in these type of things, they don't speak from themselves. It's something they've taken from Janib and Nabuwa, from the Prophet in and of himself ﷺ. And we've only got to look at our mosques. How much do you think the Masjid of the Prophet ﷺ cost to build? Put a price on it. Now, not a price of what it's worth, because if you do, you haven't understood the mosque. It's priceless. You can't put a price upon the mosque that the Prophet ﷺ built, financed with his own money and built with his own hands, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Can't put a price on that. But we can put prices upon the mosques we build. The mafhum of it, like 60 million, 100 million, type of mosques that we build in this day of ours. Masjid. And the adornment of masajid are the believers, the hearts of believers. That's the zukhruf of the masajid. That's what adorns mosques. That's what adorns space. That's what makes space special. Believing hearts, great souls. Not chandeliers and expensive tiles and... No. And that's a sign that we have fell into that which the Prophet ﷺ feared for us. La akhsha alaykum ash-shirk. He said, I don't fear polytheism, idolatry for you. I don't fear shirk for the ummah. We're protected from it. وَلَكَنْ أَخْشَى عَلَيْكُمُ الدُّنْيَا تَتَنَافَسُوا عَلَيْهَا. But I fear what the world, that you will begin to vie and compete for it. The Prophet ﷺ said.